but our community has been devastated. So what can you do to place more protections in place for consumers so that banks and realtors and others treat people with more respect, and that consumers are given more time to get the information they need for their lenders to navigate this difficult and stressful situation? Ray?
Well, I think that we do have some laws in our state that have begun to stem the tide. Unfortunately, many of those mortgages that were written previous to the legislation, people find themselves in a difficult situation. There's a group that's going out on knocking on doors to tell them that, believe it or not, you have a mortgage that in a few months you're going to be in serious trouble. And of course, I think most people are shocked is, how do you know this? And of course, it's public information, and it's a courtesy call to let them know that there are programs out there to assist them to stay in their homes. We need to make sure that those programs continue to be funded and that we have qualified people to give counseling to those individuals. But there's a larger issue, and that is the issue of houses being torn down. When someone moves out relative to foreclosure, and whether it's a renter that's been moved out or whether it's an owner that's moved out, oftentimes that house falls into disrepair and it gets broken into, it gets vandalized, gets torn down, and now we've got another expense to rebuild our neighborhoods.
I'll start there. Last year I carried a bill dealing with those properties in making sure that they get addressed faster, and we're starting to see the effects of that bill in a small piece. In 2008, there were 26,000 foreclosures in Minnesota, but we also know that 5,000 more were prevented through the counseling that we pay for through the state. One of the toughest issues in foreclosures is the issue of the tenants who are in rental property that's being foreclosed. I carried a bill that passed that required that those tenants be notified that the property is in foreclosure. We still have a long ways to go to actually get some unscrupulous landlords to actually comply with that law. We will this year be again looking at more tenant protections. We also are going to try to bring up one more time the lender mediation bill that the governor vetoed last year. Maybe with the thousands more foreclosures that we've had in our state, he can see that bringing the lender to the table in good faith to negotiate a change in the mortgage is actually something that can benefit not only the lender but the borrower as well.
Thank you.